Life Hacks Beyond Convention with Dee and Sonia.
With the carnivore groups I belong to, we every so often get PETA type people, coming in to attack. But we also get a lot of people trying to
PETA,
sell.
yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I think
PETA.
we're talking about stuff.
Sorry.
yeah, the
Who's this PETA
organisation,
bloke?
PETA, yeah.
And people like that. And then we get people trying to promote their own recipe pages and stuff, but often they're not appropriate for the group and stuff. If they get somebody nasty, I just click on the name and block the name and at myself. You could run back to admit, it's like tattle, what is it called? Yeah, telltale type stuff. It's like, I'm not going to go back to the admin and say, blah, they're busy enough as they are. Someone else is probably going to complain about the person. And then it takes probably a while to delete each person and block them.
Mm.
And I just think, well, I'll just block them off my page. Then I don't have to worry about it because I'm not going to see their post.
Mm.
So
yeah, okay, yeah, I really don't use Facebook enough. I need to get on it and learn some of these things because I don't know. I probably
how to
knew.
block people.
Yeah, I guess I knew that you could block people, but I don't know
Oh, it's so
whether
easy.
I remembered that. Mm.
Yeah, and the other thing is people will come and win or fight over something, or start saying to one of those posts, fight over something. So someone will come in with the wrong kind of recipe because they're promoting their side. And then someone will come in and say, well, that's not carnivore because blah. Well, that other person's not going to read the comment. Just scroll on by. Yeah, so people are looking to, I don't know, have a fight or put someone down and it's just like, oh, okay, well, just scroll.
Yeah.
So
just move on past it.
yeah, exactly. It's not, So, I was sort of disappointed the first time I saw someone get really angry at another person who was learning about carnivore and saying, oh, can you eat this or that? No, you can't. And if you eat this, you're not a true carnivore or something. And it's like, oh, good grief. Just, yeah. You can answer the question, technically no, but, if you feel you need it, keep eating it. But they just got really, it's an ego thing. It comes back to this is their church. My church is better than your church because we do it this way. Yeah.
Well, that's why I don't ever call myself vegan. I'm a plant-based eater.
Yeah.
Because it's the same thing. Like, people have got all these rules around what is a vegan anyway.
Yes, yeah.
And it's like, and I just think, well, I just choose to most of the time eat plants.
Yeah.
And occasionally, if I feel like it, maybe I'd eat something that's not from plants.
Yeah.
But it doesn't change. And I definitely don't have a problem with leather. So that means I'm not a true vegan. So
exactly, yes.
I'm mostly plant-based eater.
Yeah. Oh dear. Well, I eat avocados and I add some fried onions on the weekend and stuff.
Oh, so you're not a real carnivore, do you, either?
I call myself a dirty carnivore, but that's the easiest way to get around that. And
yeah. Well, I'm just a mostly plant-based eater.
Yeah. And as soon as you change something you're doing too, those around you will go, well, that's not, good, or question it. So I don't know, I'm just doing what I'm doing. Yeah. So if someone's opinion was so important to me, they'd be with me in this minute. And I'm clearly, yeah.
When we look at population studies, at the end of the day, the average lifespan is the average lifespan across all cultures and eating styles.
Yes.
So I don't think at the end of the day, these decisions add or subtract a huge amount from our actual lifespan.
Yeah.
Now, could they impact our quality of life? Perhaps that's a better argument.
Yes.
And I don't know enough about it to really try and argue any of the fors and against. But yeah, I just think let people just do what people want to do.
Yeah, look, I was considering going vegetarian again because I've done that before, and that's when these carnivore posts come up, and I looked at it and went, you can't do that. You've got to have this, 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 and this, and then I just decided to follow people that had runs on the board as far as education. I didn't just follow the Facebook lady who lost a heap of weight. I hunted down doctors, cardiologists, people like that to research before I did it. And I went, okay, I think I need to give this a shot and see how I go. And on the weekend, our friends asked me what changes I've noticed. And I said, well, I've got more energy and I did lose weight. Then I went off the rails and ate a heap of sugar and gained some back. And then I said, but the other thing is I've stopped taking Panadol Osteo and I was taking 6 a day. I don't wake up with as much pain. So my body seems to operate better on what I'm doing. So I'll keep doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. We just, because I don't think it matters which eating lifestyle you decide to follow. There's going to be somebody out there and some research out there that's going to tell you it's okay.
Yeah. And someone else that's going to tell you, hell, it's not.
It's not okay. So I don't know. It's very hard to navigate because same in the, vegetarian / vegan world, there are a lot of scientific, what do they call them? Research studies and doctors that are telling you it's the best way to eat.
Yes.
So, and they'll tell you why the carnivore / other ones are not as good for you. So I think it's like you just got to do what's good for you.
Yeah.
And like. The reason I don't eat meat is because actually there's very little of it I like.
Yep.
Was one of the reasons.
Yep.
And probably if I'd understood that it was okay not to eat it, I probably would have started in my early 20s.
Yeah.
I suspect that I would have done this. Because I've never been a big meat eater.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know that I was a big meat eater. And the other thing to take in, we are all different. We all have our own gene code. I have a friend here who's allergic to chicken. So she cannot eat chicken meat at all. And I've recently heard someone that had an allergy to beef, cannot eat beef. So I think you've just got to try, work out what you're...
Yeah, well, the trigger for me was when I was finally diagnosed with Meniere's disease because I'd had a lot of issues and it took a long time for them to find a diagnosis. But anyway, the highest recommendation actions that you've got to do is take out sodium.
Yep.
And, well, because at the time, like when I said I didn't like a lot of meat, it's not true to say that I didn't like any meat. It was just I wasn't a big meat eater. But what I did like was bacon and ham. They're just really yummy. And the other thing I like, which isn't meat, was cheese.
Yes.
Cheese. Like corned beef. And, well, all of those have got really, really high sodium
levels of salt.
content. Yeah, so just overnight I had to stop all of those.
Wow.
And so that's what I did.
And you noticed the difference?
Oh, immediately. Well, not immediately, but within a very short space of time, I don't know, very short. Because I got to the point, I actually couldn't drive. I couldn't do anything. Like one of my daughters used to have to drive me around because I was in constant vertigo.
Wow.
It was horrendous. I couldn't even always walk easily because when you've got vertigo, how it's just like don't have balance.
Yes.
So then let me tell you, when you go from not being able to function in life to mostly being able to function most of the time, it's really easy to give up those things you love. So that was easy to give those up. But and then just over time, I don't know. The next thing that I investigated was oils. So,
Yeah.
and I find that that really helps with arthritis pain.
Removing the oils,
Yeah.
seed oils. Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, your vegetable oils, canola oil, any of those, palm oil,
Yes.
any of those oils, I've just found whenever I let them back in, which I do way too often,
Yep.
but I always notice that I get more arthritic pain.
Yep. Yeah. Same. Yeah, I don't have any seed oils. I I do use olive oil occasionally, but in my case, I use butter or lard, which you obviously don't. But yeah, so
Yeah, I know, but I really love hot chips.
oh, do you? See, I wouldn't eat a potato. I know now what potato does to me. Like any of those ground vegetables, nah. I really notice the difference that I don't.
What do they do? So you're
It's
talking about your root
fatigue.
veggies like parsnips.
Yeah, anything from the ground, potatoes, any of those really high sugar
Carrot.
root vegetables. Yep, yeah, yeah. Onions I can eat a bit of, but yeah, it's anything in the what I call the white range. So any grains or breads and all those sorts of things. But potato, because I'd gone off it for a while, I went and had some chips one day and I threw up. And I felt awful. And it was that sudden, oh my goodness, now I recognize that the salt was nice for me because I need more salt. But yeah, the potato, yeah, it was just horrible. It might have been done in seed oils too. Yeah, I don't know what oil it was cooked in. And I just really went off potato in that moment completely. I've never been a huge spud eater, but yeah.
Well, I just love hot chips. And so if I'm going to have something really naughty, that's almost always what it is.
Yeah.
They're just so yummy. Crunchy
I
on
found,
the outside, soft and fluffy on the inside, but so just full of those oils.
yeah.
And every time I notice that the pain in the arthritis flares up. Now, the difference between the hot chips that I keep on eating when I shouldn't and being able to get rid of that other stuff was because, okay, so the pain comes back and it is annoying, usually for a few days, actually.
Yes. Yeah.
But it's not incapacitating. Whereas the actual high sodium is actually incapacitating. Like, as soon as I know that, because it's hidden in lots of things, sodium.
Yes.
So
Yes.
and I know when I've done it, and that is just not worth it because I can't function. Whereas arthritic pain is really awful, and sometimes it really impacts me. But I put a brace on, I take painkillers, and I can at least still do life.
Yes.
I should just get rid of the hot chips completely, I know. And when I do it, like I'll go weeks or months without any.
Yeah.
But they're addictive. If I just bite into one,
Sugar.
that's it.
It's
It
the
takes me
sugar.
months to be able to get. Well, I don't know because I have potato a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's not the.
No,
So
it's something else. Yeah.
Yeah, there's something. I don't know what it is, but I'm quite. And I've just got one of those addictive personalities too.
Oh,
I'm so glad I never started smoking or I never started taking drugs. I think I would have just.
Ditto. Well, I was
a drug addict.
I was an alcoholic essentially because I was raised to be one. I mean, yeah. So that was just in my DNA, and I stopped in my 20s and I could have a glass of wine, but I can't be bothered most of the time. But I am addicted to sugar and chocolate. And so I did fall off the wagon this weekend because we had guests and I had a bit of chocolate. And I know I woke up this morning feeling nauseated because my sugar had obviously gone a bit low because I'd raised it too high. And oh, you silly bitch, shouldn't have done that. So, yeah, I know it's going to be a few days before I get past that
Yeah,
desire.
completely.
And then
Yeah.
and I think that's driven me more to stick to it when I get past the next couple of days. It'll drive me more to stick to that because I don't want what I will now call my hangover from sugar and chocolate. Yeah.
Yeah, for whatever reason, I rarely binge on chocolate. I don't know. It's just, and I never have.
Yeah.
It's not the taste of the sweet, but these potato chips, like that. Well, and yeah, I just like, so hot chips as well as crisps. I can get addicted to them as well.
Yeah.
Something about, I reckon it's the oils that
Could
drive
be.
it. But I don't know. That's only a stab in the dark and a guess. Because what do potato crisps and potato chips have in common?
Oil.
Oil.
It's interesting.
And if I have a binge on them, then like the arthritis in my knee and my foot. Oh man, it plays up something chronic. And if I have the crisps, that of course is loaded with salt, so then I get nauseous and dizzy as well. You think, stupid girl.
It's that immediate gratification. It's that mouth, all the mouth sensations. Yeah. Well, I lived on 250 grams of chocolate every single day for most of my life.
Oh wow! So you really did love chocolate.
Oh yeah, I and now the blocks are small. Like Cadbury's basic block was 250 grams. Now it's 200, and
for $8.
They're way more expensive now though. $2 or $3. But every single day I would eat at least that much. It's unrealistic. For Americans, I think is that half a pound? 250 grams, or is it?
Yeah, around half a kilo is around.
Chocolate a day. Yeah. And I mean, until I was in my 40s, I was skinny as a rake. I just was so mobile all the time. And then I got sick in my 40s and went, so, but I didn't stop because it really was a full-on addiction. So I'm glad I've mostly broken it. So,
wow. Yeah, I keep falling off the bandwagon.
Yeah, we all do. And I think
I can go for months and months. I can even go for, sometimes I'll have really long periods where I just don't, and then all of a sudden I'll choose the wrong things, and it's so hard to break it once you
the cycle back in really immediately. It's just like, boom, I've done it. Okay, I've got to do it and do it and do it.
Well, and because I've been because I have been feeling a whole lot better over the last few years. So, because one of the things they say is keep a clean environment. So I tend to. I don't have hot chips in my freezer. I don't have. I never buy crisps or anything like that and have them in the house, or crackers, as in the Arnott's, I don't know, barbecue shapes or anything like that. So I don't have anything like that in the house. And that used to work better when I didn't have the energy to go out and replenish it. But now it's just like, well, if I feel like it, I just get in the car and go to the shop.
Well, certain things that I like have to be in this house for other people. Yeah. So that has been challenging because I will raid that stock.
Yeah.
And so that's what I was doing. But also my other failing was sweetened condensed milk. So that was the one I fell on.
That one was mine when I was a teenager.
Put it in the freezer. I'd not cooked, like you can buy the caramel stuff, but put it in the freezer, opened, and it's like toffee. And I could sit and eat a can of it a day. So if it wasn't the block of chocolate, it was that. So, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely, I liked that as a teenager and had way too much of it.
Yeah. So, but
I haven't as an adult though.
Oh yeah, I'm just a big kid.
I don't know why. I don't know. I just didn't have a real sweet tooth as an adult. So isn't it funny how we have different what's the word? Well, different
desires, addictions.
Yeah.